You have got to scream it out to the world. I am a real estate investor. I buy houses, and don't be afraid. What are you embarrassed? Afraid? What is it that why are we not doing that? Why are we not putting it on our car that we buy houses? Somebody drives a Mercedes and doesn't want to put that kind of a thing on a Mercedes, or what is it? It's always something, but it's an excuse, right? What's more important? The car that you have or the business that you're trying to do, the financial freedom that you're trying to create? What's more important to you? Okay? How to analyze deals. Does anybody have a problem doing that? Is it hard to kind of figure out? Because you got to figure out ARV, you got to figure out rehab budgets and all that stuff, right? So, got to learn how to analyze deals. We're going to go over all that. How to negotiate and get the best price. How do you negotiate your deal? What makes you come up with your buy price? It's whatever the wholesaler tells you they're selling it for? Is that the price? And that's it? You got to be able to figure out what the number is for you. It's nice that they put what they want for it, but that doesn't mean that's what I'm going to buy it for. It tells me I'm going to figure out what I'm going to buy it for. It tells me if it's worth even calling them. Because if my number is $50,000 off from their number, probably not going to work, right? So, yes?
I was going to ask, do you negotiate to get a better deal, or do you negotiate according to your numbers?
I heard, do you negotiate for a better deal or what?
Or do you negotiate according to the numbers that you run yourself?
Look, numbers don't lie. Okay? I don't care what anybody says or you can show me all the stuff you want. My numbers don't lie. If I look up a comp and I know what my rehab is going to cost and I do the math, this is what I can buy it for. You can't convince me it's going to work another way. Don't let anybody convince you, oh no, it'll work, trust me. Okay, if they want to put all the money on the line, then go ahead and do it. But more than likely, they're not doing that. All right? So you got to learn how to negotiate and get the best price. Now, when you're negotiating, sometimes terms can be just as important as price. Make it a win-win situation for everyone and offer something that other people may not. It's not always about the dollar, the price. Sometimes there's other things that can be more attractive. So, can somebody tell me something that would be attractive to somebody other than money? Yes?
Speed.
Huh? Speed is in what?
As in, you'll be able to close on.
How fast you can close? Yep, that's a good one. Anything else?
Post-occupancy sometimes.
If it's got post-occupancy, are you willing to do it or not do it?
Are you willing to let them stay?
Yes, absolutely. Are you willing to let the owner stay in the house after you've purchased it to do a post-occupancy? It's a very good one. Yes?
Owner finance.
Owner financing? If they want to do that? I mean, I don't know. That's more a deal for you than it would be for them, though. You know what I mean? What could you do that sweetens a deal for them? Yes?
Waiving contingencies.
Waiving contingencies. Yes. How about no inspection period? Is that a nice one? How many wholesalers we have in the room? Do you have inspection periods?
Yes, sir.
Of course you do. I don't. So if I talk to the same person you talk to, are they going to like your deal or my deal? Well, it all depends. They're going to like that part of my deal better, but you might have some other things that I don't, right? So I'm not going to say one way or another. But one of the things that I will offer is 0 inspection periods. Now, I have a little bit of a advantage. Why is that? I'm a contractor, so when I go look at your house, what did I just do? That was the inspection. There isn't somebody coming behind me to look at the house to decide what needs to be done to it, right? I just did it. Who's gonna pay for it? Where's the money coming from? I'm gonna pay cash. I don't need a lender to come and prove it. So there's no inspection period. So sometimes when you can offer that, I have literally gotten houses for, my offer was less than somebody else's, but it had no inspection period, all cash, could close fast, all those things that you guys just said, and I got a house. And they were like, we got a better offer, but they want 10 days or they want 14 days, and we're afraid it won't, what happens if it doesn't close? Right? So think about that. Okay, how to figure out a rehab budget. Oh, that's a good one. Raise your hand if you have a problem with that. Everybody in the room is probably thinking that. They may not raise your hand, but most people have a hard time with the rehab budget. It's not as hard as you think, and I'm going to show you why. Gloria, if this was a house and we had to do all the sheetrock in this house, how much would it cost? Just for the sheetrock.
Just for the sheetrock.
Just for the sheetrock.
I'd go Home Depot calculator.
No, you have to give me a number right now. We have to buy the house now. There's other people outside waiting. We got to hurry. Huh?
I need to know the square footage of sheetrock you need. No?
You're standing in a house with people walking around knowing that somebody might say, I'll take it. You've got to make decisions quick in this business. So if you had to come up with a number, what would you say? You're on the spot.
I don't know what I say.
10,000? Okay, so it's 10,000. That's his budget for sheetrock doing this whole house. All right. Now, as a contractor, I want to tell you it's 3,500. Okay, so is he going to get the house? His budget's going to be probably a little higher than mine, right? Because when he was figuring all the numbers out, he figured $10,000 for sheetrock. I figured $3,500 for sheetrock. So my budget's going to probably come out lower than his, right? So does that mean my ask price can probably be higher than his? Right. Now, didn't get that house. Sorry, Rob. Now, Rob goes and looks at another house. Wow, this house almost looks like that other house. All the sheetrock needs to be done in this house. Rob, how much is it going to cost to do sheetrock?
Still 10.
Huh?
3,500.
Rob's not going to be in business very long. Right, $3,500. Look how fast you learn this stuff. It's so easy. You have to be okay with making mistakes in this business. You're not going to be perfect. Don't try to go to 100 classes or classes for 10 years until you figure it all out and you're a master at it before you get out there and do it. You're never going to be a master at it. There's always going to be a new surprise. There's always going to be something you make a mistake on. The good thing is, this is probably one of the only businesses out there that you can make a mistake and still get paid. Because what is the average profit on a flip?
20,000.
Huh?
20.
20,000. That's right. $20,000. How much of a mistake did he make? $6,500. If he got the house, if you make a $6,500 mistake, how much do you make? You still make $13,500. That's a pretty good profit for making a big mistake, right? So don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's going to happen. Just be okay with it. What you have to do is make sure you learn from it. And if you can learn from it, you're going to be just fine. All right? How to use a 10-minute estimate sheet. What is that? Anybody know? A 10-minute estimate sheet is a sheet that I created probably a decade ago or more. When I go into a house that I want to buy, I fill out specific things. It might say how many of this. Nothing has to be measured. I never have to take a tape measure with me. If I need to measure fencing, because I do have some stuff, it'll say how many feet of fencing. I go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many feet is that? 30. About 3 feet per step, 30 feet. It's close enough. I don't have to be exact. If I missed it by 3 or 4 feet, trust me, you're not losing a deal because you missed 3 feet of fencing. Okay? That's how I measure stuff, because everything's got to be done really fast. One of the things is when I show up to a house that I want to buy, who did I see today? Is he still here? Who was with John Germain? No? Okay. He saw me do it today when I went to look at a house. I had the sheet, and I just walk around and I fill it in. It's just fill in the blank. How many of these? How many feet of this? And then it has a formula. It tells you what to multiply against that number that I just put in. Then you add it all up, and that is your rehab budget. And I've changed it and modified it over the last 10, 11 years, and now I've got it to where it comes in about 5% from where an actual rehab, if I spent an hour and a half, 2 hours doing a real budget, it comes in about 5% from that. That's how accurate it is now. So when I go look at a house, I fill out this 10-minute estimate sheet. Now I know what my rehab cost is going to be. I already know what my ARV is because I did that before I got there. Now I know how much I can pay for it. So I will fill out the sheet, sit in my truck, do the math, takes about 10 minutes. And then I make a phone call and I give them a price and I buy it right then and there. Or I don't. Or I negotiate or whatever. But I try to make the deal happen before I ever leave the property. Raise your hand if you'd like to have that sheet. You come to the event and you'll get it. I'm going to give it to you tonight. No, if you come this weekend, I'm just going to give it to everybody, okay? Rehabbing tips to make higher profits. I'm going to show you some things that you can do, like being efficient. Order materials from the same store and same location. Why would I do that? What's that? Relationship is one thing. There's one other thing that's pretty big too. Buying power. If I buy everything from Home Depot, and I buy from the Home Depot that's closest to the property, how many Home Depots are in Jacksonville? There's quite a few of them, right? So if I do $300,000 in material a year, and I break it down between all of these, I'm probably spending what, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per store? What if I spend $300,000 from one Home Depot? What kind of service do you think I'm going to get now? Okay, so pick a location, and it doesn't have to be what's centrally located. Pick the one that has the people you can deal with the best. Who has the best team? Who has the best contractor sales team or cashiers or whatever you want to call it? Whoever has the people you work with the best, that's where you want to go. Keep it simple. Don't overthink it. I see a lot of people rehabbing houses that make it like what you see on TV. That stuff you see on TV, flipping houses, is not reality. It's a TV show. Trust me, I've done a few of them. I've been parts of TV shows. It's not real. It's not even in the same stratosphere. Okay? I've watched hosts of shows sitting on their floor in Indian style going through cabinet handles, trying to figure out what cabinet handle to put on the kitchen. Who cares? The buyer is not going to decide whether they want to buy your house because of what cabinet handles you picked. All right? But picking out tiles, I think I have that on here, light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, flooring, like tile, colors, all this stuff. I do one of everything. It's the same on every house. If I let you look at all the houses I have on the market right now on the MLS, you will probably not know the difference because they all look exactly the same. They have a different shape, but the outside color is the same, the inside color is the same, the fans are the same, faucets, tile, cabinets, it's all the exact same thing. Why do I do it like that? It's easier. So if I have my construction guys and I say, hey, put some tile in it, they don't have to ask me what kind of tile are we doing in this house. Just go get the tile that we always get.